It's a bit windy, but yeah, let's do this. Some of you carry labels that were never yours to begin with. Labels placed on you by experience, by mistakes, by people who only saw a moment, not your full story. You've been called things that tried to define your future, like troublemaker, not good enough, you're too emotional, too quiet, too much. And over time, those words started to feel like truth to you. But hear this clearly. You are not what you've been through. You are not your worst mistake. You are not your hardest moment. You are not the version of yourself that existed when you didn't know better. Experiences shape you, but they do not own you. So this year, identity is under constant pressure from social media, from society, from expectations. But your identity must come from within, not from projection, because growth means redefining yourself. And that's what you've done. Not once, but continuously. You're allowed to evolve, and you've evolved. You are allowed to outgrow old versions of yourself. You are allowed to choose who you become next. Your past may explain you, but it does not limit you. A lot of people want to do amazing things, but when they think about their past, they stop. So this week, my challenge is for you to write down one label you've been carrying that no longer serves you, and replace it with a new truth, and begin acting like it is and begin acting like it is real starting today. Begin acting like it is real starting today. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Energy is not just physical, it's emotional, it is mental, it is spiritual. And this year, energy is constantly under attack. If you have the right energy to do something, it's constantly under attack from negativity, negative people, from comparing yourself, or from comparison generally, and from endless demands. You wake up tired not just from lack of sleep, but from emotional exhaustion, from overthinking what you do next, from absorbing too much, from giving too much. Not everyone deserves your energy. So, because some people will drain you, some environments also will disrupt you, and some habits will weaken it. And if you don't protect it, you will constantly feel depleted. So, protecting your energy is not selfish, it is necessary. It means setting boundaries, limiting exposure to negativity, choosing peace over drama, and saying no without explanation, because you cannot operate at your best when your energy is constantly compromised. So my challenge for you today is identify one person, one habit, or one environment that drains you, that drains your energy, and create a boundary around it this week. This is my challenge for you today. Try this and you will definitely see the better outcome out of it. Stop performing, or start living. Somewhere along the way, life became a performance, not just online, but in real life. You perform confidence, you perform happiness, you perform success, even when you don't feel it. You smile when you're struggling, you post when you're overwhelmed, you say I'm good when you're not, right? Because somewhere deep down, you believe you have to look okay to be accepted. Your performance is exhausting, and the longer you perform, the further you drift from who you actually are. recently we've noticed that authenticity is very rare because performance is always rewarded, but validation is not the same as connection. People may act, people may like what you show them, but they don't know who you are, and deep down, that feels lonely. And you don't need to perform to be worthy. You don't need to impress to belong. You don't need to hide to be accepted. You don't need to be accepted, really. The right people don't need a performance, they need honesty. Real living looks like saying how do you actually feel, choosing what actually matters, being present without proving you deserve a life that feels real. You deserve a life that feels real, not just a life that looks good. So my challenges: have one real unfiltered conversation with yourself this week where you speak honestly about how you feel. No performance, no pretending, a real self talk, self reflection, self talk. That you talk to yourself and have that deep conversation with self. Reflect, and think about it and have that honest conversation with yourself and make those decisions. That would be worthwhile and that would be helpful. You don't need to have it all figured out before you try. There is pressure in this. There is pressure to have clarity early, isn't it? Pressure to know your purpose, pressure to know your career path, your long-term plan, and when you don't understand these things, you feel lost. The birds the birds are also echoing what I'm saying, isn't it? But being uncertain is not failure. It is exploration. You're exploring. Life is not meant to be solved instantly. It does not need to be figured out. It is meant to be discovered over time. Some paths are clear, others are built as you walk them. And confusion is part of the growth. So mistakes are also part of your learning. Redirection is also part of the alignment. That's why sometimes you see some people doing things, before you know it, they just change it to something different. This is because redirection is part of alignment and mistake is part of it. So you don't need all of the answers right now. You just need curiosity, you need willingness, you need movement. Clarity comes from actions and not overthinking. Don't overtake it, just take the first step. So my challenge is, instead of waiting for clarity, take one exploratory step this week. Try something new, learn something new, and step into a new environment. A new environment can give you that clarity. Just maybe the new environment can give you that clarity that you're looking for. Your habits are quietly building your future. Right now, as you listen to this, your future is being built. Not in big dramatic moments, but in small repeated actions. The way you start your morning, the way you respond to stress, the way you spend your time when no one is watching. Your habits are writing your story. This year and any other year, like I always say, people want fast results but ignore slow discipline. You don't see habits trending online, but you see outcomes. But behind every outcome is repetition. Behind every confident person is practice. Behind every successful person is consistency. Even when it looks sluggish, even when it looks like nothing is happening, and some people will even be laughing at them at the beginning, but when they become successful, a lot of people wouldn't even see what they've been through because there is that repetition. They have repeated the same thing, the same pattern, the same thing because they know what they are chasing. they have passion for these things. So successful people, one thing is that they have in common is consistency. You don't accidentally build a life, you intentionally build it. You intentionally build it daily. And the truth is, your habit don't care about your intentions. You you can want better, you can plan better, you can talk about better, but if your habits don't change, your life won't either. Small actions matters. Reading instead of scrolling, saving instead of spending, resting instead of burning out, practicing instead of procrastinating. These are not small things, they are direction setting decisions, and direction determines destination. If you change your habit today, if you change your habits, you change your identity. So if you want plan A but your attitude is towards plan B, why not change the habit towards the plan A? Choose one habit that reflects the life you want and commit to it daily for the next 21 days, no matter how small. Choose it, try it, and yeah, that will definitely be a change.